Once you have arrived in Canada, it is basically a new life you get to design all by your own or with the person or multiple people that you moved here with. You get to adapt and out with the old and in with the new approach. You have made it to Canada, otherwise known as America's Heart, the Great White North, or Canuckston, which are just a few of the many popular names the country has been known by. A congratulations is sure in order. A wonderful time of your life, and one that no one can take away from you. Since you experience this one moment of newness in Canada once in a life, remember not to stress too much about everything you need to get done. There is no rush. If there is, you are probably doing it wrong. So stop, take a deep breath, acknowledge the moment as a beautiful endeavor, and then continue. Oh, and don't forget to grab a cup of coffee before you start. In fact, there are a few of the best coffee shops scattered all around Canada. But if you want to try a Canada favorite, order a Tim Hortons coffee from over 4,800 restaurants in the country. Enjoy. Right, now that you have your coffee, there are a few things that you need to get done in your first week in Canada to get started on the right foot for success. Join me as I show you how I spent my first week in Canada and mark a couple of the most important things on my to-do list. The first thing that I did after a good night's sleep in the Canadian bed was head straight to the Service Canada office just to secure my social insurance number, otherwise known as your SIN. This needs to be done as soon as you can when you arrive in Canada, because without it you can't secure any job, you can't get a bank account, neither can you get even a SIM card, because most telecommunication operators will ask you for your void bank check, which requires your bank account. TIN number is a 9-digit number that is similar to the TIN number that we use in Ghana and can be used for filling things like taxes, and also without it, it's like you don't even exist in Canada. You're on a temporary work permit. Mostly your SIN number will start with a 9 and it will be a 9-digit number displayed on your permit document. Alternatively, if you don't want to go to the Service Canada office, you can apply for it online, and this can be done for you. But because I didn't have time on my hand, I decided to go and do it personally. A quick tip here: if you are in Winnipeg, I would advise that you head to the Service Canada office at 1450 Taylor Avenue, because that office is newly opened and it's not mostly crowded, so you will get it faster than going to downtown. At the Service Canada office, the officers were very welcoming, and the officer that worked on my documents, the documents that he requested for were: one, my identification, which was my passport, and also he asked for my work and study permits. And the questions that he asked me to verify my identity was my mother and my father's name, which had to match what I put on my application, and my address in Canada. After sharing the documents, it took him less than 10 minutes to process the necessary information and provide me with my temporary social security number, which will allow me to apply for jobs, open a bank account, get a SIM card, and access other benefits that are available to temporary residents. That means with a total wait time of about 30 minutes in the queue and processing time of about 10 minutes, I was done with this process.
Hey, finally I got the SIM. It's what you're seeing.
After that, my host decided to just drive me through the streets of Winnipeg just for me to see how it's like and familiarize myself with the roads and other things. The next thing I did after receiving my SIN was to go to the bank just to set up a bank account. That way I can deposit the cash that I traveled with and also allow me to at least build up some credit score to be able to access loans and other things, because in Canada, because everything is on credit, you need a credit score. My advice is, when you are looking for a bank, you need to look at a few options and compare them before you settle on the one that you prefer. That is because although banking in Canada at any bank is super convenient, there are bank charges involved that may be much higher than what you are used to. And when in Canada, it is necessary to save money wherever you can possible, which is why checking out a few more bank options is the best way to go.
Good morning.
Keep in mind that every bank will have monthly fees with their checking accounts. On average, Canadians spend about $220 on banking fees annually. After my research, I settled on CIBC Smart Account as it offered me the best options based on the features that it came with. It allows me to waive off most of the banking charges as a newcomer. I was turned away on my first attempt to open a bank account, as I didn't have an appointment and the offices were fully booked because school was reopening and most of new students have come in who wanted to open an account. So I had to make an appointment and come back a couple of days later. You can get a $50 bonus when you use my referral link in the description area to also open a CIBC Smart account yourself. You can use this $50 to get anything on me. I decided to do a drive through the University of Manitoba on Thursday after I arrived. The University of Manitoba is a Canadian public research university in the province of Manitoba. Founded in 1887, it is the first university of Western Canada. Both by total student enrollment and campus area, the U of M is the largest university in the province of Manitoba and the 17th largest in all of Canada. It is important to get a lay of the land when you land in Canada. So after getting your SIN and your bank account, make sure you step out and get to know the city that you are staying in. It is important to start exploring as soon as you arrive. Why, you may ask? Well, the sooner you get out and about, the sooner your new destination will start to feel like home. Go on a stroll around the local area. Find the nicest bars and restaurants to enjoy nearby. Where is the local supermarket and see? Immerse yourself in the area. Once you arrive in Canada, you have to make time to connect with people in your suburb or with colleagues at your job. It is time to make some friends, so step out and look for new friends. I decided to volunteer my time to support Bring Hope to Ezra, a program that was being done to try and find a match for Ezra, a child who was suffering from cancer. The team was trying to find a stem cell match for him. Currently, the Canadian stem cell bank has about 1% being black, so his chances of getting a match was very slim. So this program was run to try and collect swabs from blacks and see whether we could find a match for Ezra to save his life. But finally, I found something that met my budgets and suited my need at this point. So I settled on a 2-bedroom apartment, which maybe someday I'll give you a tour of.